Hey y'all, it's me again. Are you ready for another disaster date? Because I don't know if I am, but here we are. Today's disaster date, I'm gonna recall the time that I tried to date a Frenchman here in China. And we shall call him Liam. Before we get started on this video, I just want to remind you to please subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. Just click that button. Just do it. Just do it. You know you want to. You know you want to. Oh! All right, let's get to it. So when I first moved down to the Sheko SeaWorld area that I'm in now, I started going to F45, the big global branch that Mark Wahlberg goes to, and I'll admit, it's a pretty sweet gym. It is. So during one of the classes, I'm in an afternoon class. I want to say it's like 5 o'clock. They're 45 minutes long. With the stretching, it'll end at 6. And then there's another class that starts again right after that. So we're at the end of the workout and I am exhausted. Because at the time, I was probably really out of shape. But you know, I'm struggling really hard. I'm just looking at anything to distract me from this. And there's a guy sat really close to me and he's like,
"Come on, you can do it, you can do it."
And I look over and I was like, "Ooh, not bad. Nice little eye candy." And you know, sometimes in the gym, that's the push you need. Somebody that's nice to look at. If they're watching you, you're like, "Yeah, I can do this," but inside you're like, "Oh no, mom." So after the workout, this beautiful, tall, dark, and handsome man introduces himself as Liam. We get to talking, and then I leave. And I don't see him again after that until maybe like a week or two later. I go to another workout, and there he is. He was like,
"Oh, let's be partners."
So we're partners on this workout. And afterwards, he's like,
"Let's go get lunch together. I'm gonna take you out to lunch."
I was like, "Oh, well, don't mind if we do." We go out to lunch together and the conversation is easy. It's not awkward at all, but I quickly realized that there is a language barrier. When I get nervous or excited, which I was, I start to speak really fast, and I guess I was telling this story. I forget what I was saying, and I was speaking fast, and I could see his face, and I was like, "What, did I say something wrong?" He goes,
Could you start over from the beginning because I didn't understand anything that you just said."
His English wasn't up to the level that it is today, but at the time, I found myself having to stop and then rewind, but it was okay. And after the lunch, he's like,
"Do you mind? Can I have your number? Or can I have your WeChat?"
And I was like, "Well, yeah, here you go." No, I didn't do that. No, I was cool about it, you know? So yeah, I gave him my number, and then after that we spoke all the time. Texting, voice messages, FaceTiming, phone calls. A really beautiful friendship was just blossoming. We were going to all the same workouts together. We were always partners, and people were always asking us, "Oh, are you two an item?" And we're like, no, we're just friends. We're just friends. And then one day, one of the beautiful male trainers, he asks,
"Oh, are you two an item?"
And I said no. And he said,
"Well, we are going to the movies tonight, so."
"We're going to the movies tonight? What?" So he just made that up on the fly, and we ended up going to the movies that night. We started to do more than just the workouts. After workout, if it was in the morning, we'd go get breakfast. Before work, we go get lunch, dinner dates. We were going to the movies. We were going to friends' houses together, going to events together. We were traveling to different areas of Shenzhen together. We really enjoyed each other's company. So I thought, I don't know. So then that trainer who had asked me if we were an item, we're gonna call him Fred. Fred started joining us as well on some of our trips out and doing things. Liam would come to my volleyball games, and Fred started to tag along as well. And all of my volleyball teammates would be like, "Oh, I'd have to say, I don't know. I don't know at this point." Because now I have these two beautiful men just in my hands, and I don't know what to do with them. I don't know. So then Liam invites me to his soccer match. Soccer, football, come on. I go, and it's in this huge stadium, and all of his friends are there, and he introduces me to all of his friends, and then Fred messages me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm at Liam's soccer match. You should come." He shows up, ooh, so fast. Now all of Liam's friends are looking at me like, he brought her and she just invited another guy, and I didn't see it like that. And then I was confused. So then afterwards, they're all gonna go out on the town post-match. Liam comes up to me while Fred is in the washroom. He's like,
"We're gonna go out tonight. Please don't invite Fred. I just want it to be you and me."
Okay. This night he starts holding my hand, telling me how beautiful I am, telling me how much he enjoys me being around him. All that good stuff that we all like to hear. So I was like, oh, okay, yes, no, stop, but keep going, yeah. It's obviously not a friendship anymore. We're holding hands. We are quite obviously not dating, but not single. You know, situationship. We've been there, we've all been there. Maybe about a month later, still super PG. I would even go as far to say it was G. Like, no parental guidance needed for what we were doing. There was nothing. We go on a night out and we go to dinner, and then our friend Fred comes and meets up with us, and we all go to this rooftop bar. And towards the end of the night, it's really busy and we had danced so much. Liam is sat in a chair, Fred is dancing still, and I'm just propped up in between Liam's legs like this with my arms on his knees, and his arms are around me. And he's looking at me, like looking me in the eyes. And I thought, you know what? This is the moment. This is it. I thought, you know, why does the guy have to put in the first move? I got this! I got this! So I go up and I go to kiss him, and he goes,
Rachel, it's too complicated.
what? He goes to explain, even though he's taken me to his work, I've met his boss, we do all these things together. No other explanation other than,
It's too complicated.
so I was like, you know what? All right, okay, fine. Got it. Before I make a bad decision, I'm gonna go. Because sometimes I get a little emotional. I get a little sad. I'm gonna leave. Go to leave, and he was like,
No, let me walk you home.
so sorry about this accent. And then Fred arrives. I'll walk her home. I had both of them walk me home because they couldn't decide one way or the other. We go and we eat Chinese barbecue, and that was it. That was the night. And after that, I got a bunch of text messages from both of them. Fred just asking if I was okay, but then Liam saying,
We need to talk.
I met up with him for a lunch date. He goes to say nothing of substance. And I was like, why is it too complicated? Too complicated. No answer. And I was like, all right, you know what? I can't waste my time with this any longer. I need for myself to step back from this friendship, from whatever this is now. And he told me,
No, you haven't misconstrued it. The feelings are there, they're real, but I just can't.
for reasons that he would never disclose to me himself. Ha! Let's fast forward. So I'm on Facebook, and I find him on Facebook because we weren't Facebook friends before this. He is engaged. He had a girlfriend back in France who he was now engaged to. He was engaged. I did have my moment where I was like, I'm gonna text him and I'm gonna send him what I think. But I didn't. I was a grown-up about it. I just let it go. I let it go. I let it go. But then eventually I did message him and I asked him, I think we should meet up so we can talk about this. And he's like,
No, I don't have any time. I don't have any time.
when previously he had all the time in the world. And then I go and I look on his Facebook page, his girlfriend, Fiancé, is now in China. And this is why he then didn't have time for me. So, yeah. There it is again. Another time when I meet somebody and they raise your expectations and they're like, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, cuckoo, explosion. I don't really have any bad feelings towards Liam because we had such a good friendship. I am disappointed that that happened. It is what it is. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Don't always be taken away by somebody's accent. No, it's not sustainable. Like I mentioned before the video, please, please, please give us a subscribe, like this video, share a comment whatever you want. Let's get this algorithm up. That was great. Stay tuned for the next video. It'll be up soon. Okay, bye y'all.